Hello, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition Chronicle Adjacent by Night. As a warning, this is a mature game and it explores some dark and troubling themes. These may include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and many others. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. The players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams are available on YouTube after the game, and so you can always come back to an episode when you feel ready or skip ahead to the next one. So thank you for our wonderful host and sponsor, Level Up Dice, for giving us the opportunity to share our story with you. Please support them by purchasing their exquisite dice or by spreading the word about them on social media. And I'm just going to dig through here right quick. And I found the perfect one. This one is going to be the Thin Bloods for no apparent reason.
Oh.
Are we going to murder more of those? Look at that. We're so in sync now. Yay.
I was always more of a Backstreet Boy myself.
Oh, Charlie.
Wow. Okay, for that little unscripted bit, we're going to go to our next sponsor, which is Dogmite Games. Dogmite Games is the best gaming company you've never heard of. They combine craftsmanship with artistry to create truly unique pieces of functional art for your game, from dice boxes and rolling trays to fully sculpted Valhalla screens for GMs. Each piece is created on-site in their workshop in Michigan by a devoted team of craftsmen. And as per usual, mine is the Gangrel one. Brennan.
Fangin' and bangin'.
Just say the thing. Can't go forward. Say the
Do
thing.
the roar. Do the roar.
Brennan, that's your cue. Brennan, it's your cue. Brennan. All right. So, speaking of Brennan, it's time to introduce our vampires. Let's start with Brennan.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brennan. I play Charlotte Ardennes, the Ventru, who's found God and found peace, despite all of the chaos around her. I'm not even going to get my dice because I won't need to roll them.
That's a lie. Zach.
Hi, I'm Zachary Vowder. I play Charlie Lawrence, the Malkavian, and I'm very disappointed in the next three people that are about to introduce themselves.
Yay!
Speaking of the next three people who are about to introduce themselves,
Why all
Sam.
three?
Everybody just talk all at once. It's fine. It's the chaos of the game. Sam.
Yeah. So, hi everyone. I'm Samantha McCarty, and I will be playing Elena Cortez, the La Sombra, who is currently running for Empress of the Sabbat 2022. Just wait and see.
I'd vote for her.
Of course she would. She's my vice empress.
Much like the Camarilla, there's no voting in the Sabbat. It's just no. And Patrick.
Hi, Patrick Gill. Tonight I am playing Harley the Nosferatu, and I mean, technically the last two Diableries that Harley's done were, we'll say, involuntary reactions to unnecessary stress.
He's a stress eater.
Yes.
Oh, that's bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that one. You were having fun. You know you were.
There's a term for that somewhere. I can't remember what it is. Starts with an E, ends with an excuses.
Mm-hmm. So you can join us, though, Harley. You can join us. We have cookies.
And poor decisions.
And no repercussions.
Speaking
and
of
good times.
Speaking of cookies, poor decisions, and everything else, Lex.
Hi, I'm Lex. I play Cassandra, the soon-to-be Vice Empress of the Sabbat, apparently. And you know what? To be fair, all of my Diableries have also been stress-induced, so I don't think I should have to feel bad at all.
That's two different ways of looking at that particular situation. Yeah.
It's not a cheat day.
Just like to point out that I have only Diablerized 2 people.
Go on.
And only one of those has resulted in a loss of humanity.
Oh, so it's all the other shady shit you've done that's resulted in that humanity loss.
That doesn't help.
Probably. I started at 5, so.
Wolf.
Yeah, there's that. Anyway, so now that we've got that all out of the way, the last episode had us with a very special guest who was melee damage, and we were in Long Beach by night and the adjacent areas of that, and setting fires and accidentally doing Sabbat rituals. And,
accidentally.
Yeah, you're right. That wasn't an accident.
No accident there.
None
It just happened.
whatsoever. I'm just trying to help you out on the humanity scale, is what I'm saying.
You know, we were technically being really nice to Genevieve by letting her in, so maybe that's an anti-stain we earned.
Right? We were making friends and being inclusive.
When it comes to better arguments for anti-stains, I fed the homeless last episode, so...
That's a good argument, honestly.
No.
What do you mean, no? What is it?
No.
Ha ha, you had no reward for your shit.
Ha 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 ha.
The
No
good
earthly
deed is its own
reward.
reward. Yeah.
I just think that we should totally get an anti-stain because, now hear me out, Steve, we were
Okay.
inclusive to
Mhm.
the Malkavians, usually antisocial side.
This is the whole episode, folks. Just us negotiating with the storyteller.
And that was after her and Charlie were flirting, so it was extra generous of us.
I wasn't flirting. I was setting up a fucking Zoom call.
Right.
No one
You
asked you.
Yes. See, Elena took the high road there.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. The words that are coming out of your mouth are definitely English. However, no.
Damn it! I tried.
Oh, that's
Can't
fair,
blame you for
honestly.
Nice try though. You're definitely leaning more into the Sabbat because you're shoveling. You're
Yep.
shoveling something.
That's fair.
Attempts were made. Let's put it that way. So we're going to begin this particular episode, starting off the next night. So I'm going to get some rouse checks from everyone.
I succeeded, but I'm still at hunger 3 from last night.
That's fair. That, yeah, I kind of figured, Patrick. That kind of looked like a look of disappointment when you looked up. You were like, oh, man. The rest of you.
Sure is good to be at 0 hunger still.
I can get to 0 hunger too.
I said having killed no one.
So that's a thumbs up for everybody playing the home game for Charlie. Thumbs up for Charlotte. Thumbs down for everybody else.
Yep.
So my voice is actually semi back to where it was. So I'm going to wreck it again.
I'm
Harley?
gonna wreck it.
You should probably eat something.
Oh, you're back now. Great.
Yeah, looking that way. Fuck.
I'm gonna. I
Hold on. Okay. No, eat something. Yeah. That's the, yeah.
I'm sure that the opportunity is going to present itself before too much longer, so I'll keep an eye out. All right.
I mean, just eat one of your friends. One of the ones that keeps trying to convince you to not do what you're doing because you're doing like Sabbat stuff. You should eat one of them.
You use the term friend a little liberally there. I don't
Did I?
know. I don't know where things are sitting right now. So
Well, then that's a perfect time to eat them, right?
maybe I'll take that under consideration.
Go on.
Well, we'll just see. The night's young.
Yeah, I don't do show tunes.
It's never been my thing either. Sorry, bud.
No. I could try, I suppose. But no, go eat something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta probably start moving now.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Actually, I just recognized something myself. It took me this long to clue in. All the people with 4 humanity failed their rouse checks. Everybody else succeeded. We're at 8 humanity. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So, yeah, it's like 3.5 hours later, they wake up. Cassandra.
Yes.
Your beast starts to sound more appealing than it did before by a fair chunk.
Gee, I wonder why.
Because you have 4 humanity now.
Yeah.
Cassandra.
It's been a while since you've been around.
It has, hasn't it?
What do you want this time?
Oh, well, you obviously eat something. Or someone.
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan.
And you can kind of feel like somebody kind of tracing like a kind of a finger down your arm. But what I want you to do is keep doing what you're doing.
I can do that. I like what I'm doing.
Right? So do I. This is why I embraced you. Because you are making the perfect Toreador right now.
Well, I mean, it's not hard.
Right.
So, was this all I had to do back then? And then I wouldn't have had to have killed you?
Well, preferably not. Yeah, preferably not kill me. Really, if the option was there to leave that off the table, I would have preferred it.
Live and learn, right?
Yeah, what can you do?
Well, I guess one of us lived and learned anyway.
That's really neat. But just keep doing what you're doing, and everything will turn out fine.
That's exactly what I'm counting on.
And that's the last you hear about that, because the more you agree with your beast, the more your beast leaves you alone, roughly.
That's so easy.
Depending on how low your humanity is. Speaking of low humanity, hi, Elena. How's it going?
Hi, Steve. It's fucking peachy over here.
Elena hears. Elena.
What do you want?
It's time for you to get up and eat.
Okay, I can do that.
And
what? You said eat. I'm going to do it.
I just have a little addendum for you.
And what am I to that to be?
I really like your friend, Cassandra.
I like her too.
You two should be on your own, perhaps.
I think that is probably going to be the plan. Very likely.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, look, we're back on good terms again.
We always were on good terms.
There was a little bit of time here and there that it wasn't so much on good terms, but, that was in the past. It's fine now.
Of course. It's just in the past. You have nothing to worry about. Just keep doing what you're doing.
All right. Carpe noctium. Isn't that the saying? Right.
It is.
Pointless. Well, I'm going to eat something. And I'm going to continue to support Cassandra because she supports me so very
She
well,
needs
so.
your support and your love.
And she has it. She's really opened my eyes to potential. And
Yes,
who I am and want to be.
of course.
Speaking of potential and who I am, when are you going to grace us with your presence again?
Soon enough.
That's good to know. We have lots to talk about. Very much to talk about.
Of course we do.
Okay, I'm going to go eat now. You can go and do whatever it is you do when you're not talking to me directly.
And that's the last you hear about that.
That was
So-
all horrible.
That was the best conversation we've had. Like,
With objectively evil people.
Beasts are really shaping up to see our way of things.
I'm so proud of us.
Eventually they'll come around, if you catch my meaning.
I'll repeat what I said in our private chat. How low are you when your beast says that was mean?
Well, Connor was always a wuss.
Right?
Fair.
Definitely not like Cervantes.
Goodness, no.
I'm sorry, Dustin.
Oh my god, I am too.
We love you, Dustin.
So let's backtrack time ever so slightly about 3.5 hours earlier when Charlie and Charlotte actually wake up, I'm assuming on the boat.
No, because
Right, in the
Mila
place
gave us
that-
that other place that she goes that
in
other
the
lodging.
in the other lodging.
Wake up there. I'm probably going to wind up checking just checking rooms to see who is still here, if anybody actually made it back last night, and then sort of contemplating going back to the boat because I have this strong urge to keep working with Trevor to see what more I can learn and mold and shape, but that involves a lot of walking and letting people know I'm gonna be back now. And so at this point I'm sort of planning out what the rest of the evening is going to look like.
I believe Charlotte and Harley were at the safe house.
Mm-hmm.
Harley's curled up, fetal in the bathtub, clutching his bug out bag.
That seems right. Yeah, he's not quite awake yet. Takes a bit of time when you're down that low in humanity. Charlotte, what are you up to?
I'll go check on Harley. He needs
Rolled
a
up.
new mother figure.
Curled up fetal position with his bug out bag.
Yeah.
Ow.
I'll wait for him to wake up, I guess. I'll pull a Charlie and sit outside his door.
Yeah, it's fairly clean here. She got you the upper class digs for this particular thing. So, sitting on the floor doesn't seem that bad.
It's actually kind of relaxing.
It's probably
Listening to some music, reading a couple of my favorite passages.
probably a tiled floor too. So it's a little on the cool side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like having a cold butt.
Oh my God. So yeah, eventually Harley does roll out of the tub.
Hey, Harley. How you doing, champ?
Been, we'll say, existentially better. By the way, the as far as the soup kitchen goes, Matthew 6, chapter 5 to 8. Just look it up if you would do me a favor. But yeah, we need to get out of here.
I have a sneaking suspicion that we're not all going to get out of here.
No. Okay, so that wasn't Malkov, but like Charlie.
It doesn't matter.
Like I said, like Charlie was saying, when you get that old, one generation really isn't that much of a difference.
Right. What's the difference between the Father, the Son, or the Holy Spirit? Nothing, religiously speaking.
Well, I've got when it comes to the Jesus talk, that's not for me.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's hard to turn it off. It's new to me. But you have been oddly close to the Father lately. What's all that about?
I'm not,
don't think I didn't notice.
I'm not liking the thing that I've become, and right now I'm going to take whatever bit of grounding that I can to try to get through this.
But all the religious talk makes you uncomfortable, right?
Right, but it's the thought behind Christ is set dressing. You can get the same guidance and philosophy in pretty much every other religion. You can still be a good person and be an atheist, and that's more my route. And
I can agree with that.
And when it comes to the integrity of my soul, I'm worried.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but it can be a bit of a slippery slope, can't it?
I need to stop losing control. And that's what I'm trying to work with the Padre on. Is how to keep my beast in check. And
well, if there's anything that I can do to help you, and I mean this with all due sincerity, please let me know.
Keep me from fighting people. If you need to yank on my leash, I can't do it anymore. That opens the door for a lot of ugly stuff. And I can't be your bruiser anymore.
I don't think you should have to be. And I don't want the tugging on your leash to be a crutch of any sort. So you make sure you're still working on the Father and what you need to work on. Okay? I want you to get better.
I want to get better.
And that's the first step.
But if you think I'm going too far off the deep end, I need you to reel me in.
I'll be your floaties.
I like that. That's actually a good analogy. What are we going to do?
I think we've gone too long trying to control everything that happens. I think we just need to let what happens happens.
That's a good plan.
Unfortunately, we can't help people that don't want to be helped. You want to be helped. so we can help you.
I heard those two lose it that night with the pirate attack. I went down below, but I could still hear everything. And that they aren't the people that I cared about anymore. And when it comes to the beast, I have my own uphill climb, and I can't be there for them anymore.
We all do. That is the nature of the game we're playing.
Unfortunately. But I'm going to do what I can to still be me. It's just getting so damn hard, and I don't know how much longer I can do it.
It is difficult, but it is something that you will be able to do. And just know that at the end of the day, if nobody is there for you to lean on, you'll always have Charlotte.
That's even without the contract, right?
I haven't employed you in months.
Well, true. I mean, we all did technically turn in our resignations, but...
You didn't think I was sticking by you for your good looks, did you?
No, I know that. I still... If there's anyone that I still have any shred of actual... I hate to use the term loyalty for, it's you and to some extent Charlie. Despite our past. And
I wouldn't worry about who you're loyal to. You be loyal to yourself, and if that aligns with what we're doing, then good. If not, then get out.
I'm going to have to think on that. But for now, as long as Father Murphy's still alive and he's rolling with you, it's a package deal.
I gave him that little rock you gave me. I'm less worried about getting lost.
Yes. Actually, yeah, that's a great idea.
I don't think he knows. I stuck it on him when he was asleep. But he wears the same clothes every day, so...
Right. I could go for a new outfit before we... If we are going to set sail for Cabo. I mean, I've been wearing this same outfit since Vancouver.
You want to go shopping? I haven't been shopping since Cassandra became a bitch.
Fuck you.
Bam.
Oh. I don't necessarily need to go shopping. I could...
No, we're going shopping. Before we leave town, we're going shopping. Okay. It's a nice area with a great downtown.
Even just a new t-shirt and maybe a blazer or something. I don't know.
We'll have you looking nice and clean except for balls.
This is going to get worse if I keep doing the bad things. So, yeah, this is... Mm-hmm.
Well, you won't, so it won't get worse.
I appreciate your confidence, and I know that, you know, you actually do care for me beyond...
And I have faith in you.
I will accept the emotional support sans the window dressing.
I'll cut out the window dressing if it makes you feel better.
Please. But You and Charlie were up. Did they make it back okay?
I assume not. I saw the news reports about some forest fires. I did my best to alert the fire department ahead of time because I know that it's the dry season and it can be difficult when fires begin to spread. But there's only so much I can do.
Hold on a second. All right.
Go on.
Harley's involuntarily roused for prowess, and he's put a hole in the bathroom wall with his fist.
Okay.
It's not my house.
Damn it. Get them here, if you would, please.
I'll see what I can do. They're a bit uncontrollable.
Okay. And Harley's going to he's got one of those like meditation timer apps on his phone. He's got that going, and you start hearing the the yeah, the bowls and
that's nice.
Any port in a storm. This jives with my own whatever belief system you want to call it. So
namaste.
Sure.
And then I guess I'll I'll call the freaks.
Yep. Who you calling first?
Yeah, I assume Elena's phone can't do group chat, so I'll just call Cassandra, whose ears should be burning.
They are, aggressively. So I guess Elena and I wake up at the same time now.
Yep.
Charlotte's calling me.
Shit. And, are we at Lula's still? Did we come back here?
Yeah, this is where we fell asleep.
Or is this Genevieve's thing? Like,
do you think there's a difference?
I don't know. They look similar.
Either way, she's not here, so I think we should probably,
We should probably go, because I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be Lula that we end up seeing, and then not Genevieve, and Lula's probably not going to be very happy.
Yeah, she got her skirt burnt, I remember.
Yeah. And it was her favorite.
Okay. Well, we start gathering up our stuff and all. Is it like a phone call?
Your shoes are
you
over there.
Oh, are you FaceTiming me or are you calling me?
I'll FaceTime you.
Great. I'll answer it, but after it's been ringing for longer than Cassandra's phone has ever rung in her entire life.
And Charlotte's over to Harley. Is she's looking at her phone. She doesn't leave her phone.
And I'll slide and answer it.
As a storyteller question, did you guys clean up last night? Or would there still be kind of sooty little bits?
Well, that depends. Did Elena get in the bathtub with me?
You slept in the bathtub at somebody else's place, too?
We didn't sleep in the bathtub.
Just a lifestyle choice now?
We may have played in the bathtub.
I imagine we've cleaned up in that drunken way you do the night before where you're this is fine.
Right, exactly. And
Yeah,
we
so if anyone-
probably borrowed some of Genevive's clothing attire.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to make a fan art of that,
He's really into this bathtub thing, you guys.
Yeah.
Give us the fan
definitely.
art. Oh, poor Zach. Zach is dying.
I know. I love
Like
you,
an
Zach, so
NTR.
very, very much.
All right, so I'll slide and answer the phone, looking just a scooch worse for wear.
Hey there, Slugger. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys? Are you like back on the boat or?
Oh no, we're at the safe house. I assume you guys didn't make it home.
No. We stayed at a different place with Lula last night after we went out and hung out with her at her like super cool speakeasy club.
That's great. She's so nice and has been so kind to us since we've come to the city. I'm glad you had fun.
She was fantastic. We had a lot of fun with Lula. She took us to places and we did things and
Oh,
We
and
decided
Elena's
to-
there and she's awake at the same time as you. That's good.
and we decided to have a little sleepover with her.
Great.
Girl time.
I'm
Right.
glad.
Non-soup kitchen based girl time.
Yeah,
right.
sure.
We actually had fun with our girl time.
I had fun, but I assume you wouldn't have had fun. So I'm glad that you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
So Harley wanted to speak with you. I don't know if you wanted to make your way over here. I'm not going to tell you what to do. He just seemed a little bit stressed out. He's calming down right now, but I'm sure he could use the company of his oldest friend, Elena, in his time of dire need.
It's very strange that all of a sudden he wants my company, considering you're his new best friend, and so is the priest. So if anybody's going to comfort him, I assume it would be one of you two. He made it quite clear that I'm the last person that he wants to comfort him or to be there for him or to do really anything.
It's not a competition, but he asked for you, and I'm here to ask on his behalf.
Well, we're not gonna not come if he wants to see us. So, are we going to?
Of course.
So, should we meet you at the safe house or at the boat or
Is the safe house all right, Harley, or do you want to go to the boat or brunch? Brunch sounds good.
Wherever's convenient.
What's convenient for you guys?
Well, we were totally just about to leave here anyway, so we could probably meet you at the safe house.
Great. We'll stay put then.
Okay. We'll be there as soon as we figure out where we are currently.
Right, because I have no idea.
No, me either. Are we still in Hollywood? Click.
I don't know.
They're on their way.
All right. What's Charlie doing?
What is Charlie doing?
Charlie's halfway out the door to head back to the boat at this point because that won out in terms of what to do.
Also, storyteller note, they are in fact still in Hollywood.
Good to know.
So Charlie is making his way out the door kind of as Charlotte is looking around for
gathering things and not a whole lot, just gathering things to go do more work.
Oh, do I see you leaving?
Probably.
Hey there, Chief. Where you heading?
Nobody was around up stuff, so I was gonna go back to the boat.
Oh, okay. The girls are on their way. I just wanted to let you know, but I assume you had Trevor business.
Probably. Are we doing something?
Harley wanted to talk to them. It's probably going to be explosive. If it's not good for your mental state, then I suggest you do go to the boat.
You wanted to talk to just them or to the group?
Harley, do you want to talk to everybody or just them?
Just them. Charlie, I'll check in with you later.
Okay.
If it makes you feel any better, you're good in his eyes.
Sure. I'm gonna, I guess, let everybody know that I'm back at the boat. Then I'll be there. I'll come back if I need to, I guess.
All right, I'll let them know. Travel safe and send Trevor my love.
Yeah.
I hope he feels better. Poor baby.
And I'll walk out, just walk to the boat through whatever path it takes me.
It's a point that Charlie is just about to leave that Father Murphy comes walking in with like a bag of Doritos. He's like, should I like go with him?
I mean, I can handle this part.
Dorito?
I don't eat, thank you.
More for me. Dorito?
You know what? Actually, yes. Not to do the Dorito to the first part of the coming with me, because if the girls are coming back here and Harley wants to talk to them, and I heard the tone in his voice, then I'm just going to preemptively say that you being here is probably going to exacerbate things. So how about you come with me?
Yeah, they seem kind of trying to come up with a good term that I can use that doesn't.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Don't break your vows.
There's a lot. So yeah. Come back with me.
He just rolls up the thing of Doritos and hands them to Charlotte. You're probably gonna need these for later.
I'll keep them unstale for you.
All right, shall we?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Stay out of trouble, Father, please. Thank you.
And after the door closes with Charlie and Father Murphy leaving, Father Murphy goes to Charlie, and he's like, she does realize that pretty much every minute I've been on this trip with you guys that there's been trouble, right?
You know, I'm questioning whether or not she realizes that, in all honesty.
And that's fair.
That's actually part of why last minute I thought it'd be good if you came with me, so that talk about that a bit. Something I brought up when we were back in Seattle and we were leaving Seattle. When I told Elena to continue to bring you and told everybody to continue to bring you, I wanted to get you out of harm's way of whatever was in that church. My intention was just to get you out of harm's way and then let you back into Seattle. But, Charlotte got really attached and then wanted you to come along, and then you wanted to come along. But
I think I can do God's work a lot better here. I think I'm more useful here than
like here in Long Beach.
No, like here with you, all the vampires.
Here's where that becomes a problem. And just for storyteller purposes, I'm walking the entire time to say this.
Oh yeah.
Here's where that becomes a problem. Charlotte has become attached to you in a life-altering kind of way.
She's found the Lord. Yeah.
But I think moreover, she's found you than the Lord. Like, you're helping her find the Lord, but I think that
one
Charlotte's
sort of comes with the other.
Right, but Charlotte is putting her stock in you to the point...
I can't be bought.
Metaphorical. To the point where I feel that if something happened to you, the whole thing would shatter. You're the linchpin of this.
Okay.
And Harley seems to be not too terribly far behind in different capacity. So I understand your want to do the Lord's work, but the longer you're with us, the more trouble will happen.
There are a lot of cats in Long Beach.
Oh, yeah. The longer you're with us, the more trouble will happen, to the point where if you get even so much as hurt, much less die, I very much worry about what's going to happen to those two because of how much they have put their faith in you as opposed to God.
They haven't put their faith in me. They've put their faith in God.
We don't work like that, Father Murphy.
Don't you?
We really don't. We have very unhealthy attachments to people. That's what we do. We put a lot of stock in people that mean something to us, and we protect them like a dragon protects gold. And we do everything we can to preserve that element because it's just a mirror of us. I put my two friends from the war in like the best nursing home that I could find with some of the best nurses that I could find. They don't even know that I paid for it, just so that they would, maybe live at least like 15 years longer than somebody of their lifestyle would be living.
That's very charitable.
Well, no, it's not, because if I lose them, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. And I don't mean that just in a heartbreak kind of way. I mean that my worldview may crack.
Sometimes the best thing you can do is a selfish act.
And that's why I'm asking you to do a selfish act of preserving yourself for their sake.
I can't.
Then you have to understand that by doing this, you are allowing a path that will break them, because you are mortal and they are not.
Will it, though?
Yes. Unquestionably, yes. Because I've seen it over and over again, Father. You're not more special than how this system works.
And he puts his hand on your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
I will consider your words.
I really hope you do.
Shall we go visit Trevor then?
Yes, but don't do that. I pointed his hand to him. Let me do that to him.
I don't.
The laying on of hands.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
Let's take that into account and then not do it again.
Fair enough.
I'll just continue to walk us all the way back.
And they proceed on the walk. Not too shortly after this conversation happens, Elena and Cassandra, through various means of grabbing various bits of clothing and putting them on and readjusting things, have made their way to the safe house. After a quick Google search to figure out where the safe house was and where they were going. And there's more cats in Long Beach. There we go.
Why are there so many cats in Long Beach?
I don't know. Maybe they have a lot of rats.
That would make sense. And I figure we just grab an Uber or something and get to this safe house.
Yeah.
Somebody put in the chat, Google safe house, 100 plus results. Just like no worry about the Second Inquisition whatsoever. Just like
Nope.
Genevieve safe house. Yeah.
No, we type Lula safe house. We're not
Lula.
stupid.
Right?
Baron Lula's safe house.
I figure we'll leave
Long
Genevieve.
Beach Malkavian.
I figure we leave Genevieve a nice little happy note. How much fun we had with her and can't wait to see her again.
Okay.
And, call us anytime and phone numbers and tags and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Is that written out to Genevieve or Lula?
Genevieve.
Okay.
Lula was boring. Sorry.
Sweet, but boring.
Perfect
All
for
right.
someone like Charlie.
There's more shade coming in. All right. She's not even the one with the Upton abrasion. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yet.
So you eventually make it to the safe house.
Okay, then before we go in there, we have to put our straight faces on. We did not do anything bad last night. We had fun, good Kalina girls' night with Lula.
Yes.
She took us to a 20s themed jazz bar, and we met a Ventry friend of hers. And yes, that's all we did. And then we went to bed. We went to do.
We went to her other place and
Her
we hung
other-
out and we talked and,
Right.
you know,
Absolutely, that is what we did.
got it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I've lied to my parents like a bunch when I used to sneak out.
You know, I figured you probably lied to a lot, so man, that's cool. We need that right now. As long as you don't lie to me, we're good.
No, I don't lie to people who aren't mean to me.
Oh, good. See, I never mean to you.
No. Okay, ready?
Okay, here we go.
All right, game face on.
Don't laugh. Don't
Sorry,
laugh.
it's so funny.
Serious face.
Is the door locked or is it just open?
I didn't lock it after Charlie left.
Should we knock first?
I don't know. I mean, aren't they still our pack coterie people?
We kind of did the thing, so maybe. We'll go with it. Just open the door.
Yeah, okay. And in we come.
Hey, girls.
Hey, how was your guys' night at the place?
Oh, it was good. What about you?
It was
You guys-
good.
Look like you had fun.
We learned how
Yeah.
to fake it for regular mortal people that you order drinks anyway and just pretend to drink them without actually doing that.
Oh, yeah. It's like some sort of masquerade.
Oh.
I never had a reason to do that before. But apparently it's a really big thing here.
Was
Did you know
there
that
a fire
bars
at
here-
the bar?
No, but did you know the bars here charge cover? What's a
They
cover?
do.
Oh,
They wanted us to pay to go inside.
I don't have the heart to tell her.
Don't. Lula tried to kind of say something, but then she just dealt with it, and we went in anyway, and met a lovely Ventru friend of hers, and it was jazz, and it kind of brought up a lot of emotions for me, considering.
Yeah,
But we
I'm
had
sure
some
it will
good
be hard to
talks.
avoid jazz in the year 2022.
You
Well,
think
apparently
so,
Lula
right?
really likes 1920s, so jazz it was.
Mhm.
Sure, why not?
There were
Well,
burlesque dancers.
That's
Yes,
fun.
there
Did you
was. There was,
participate?
No, I don't always like to show everyone up.
They wouldn't pay her.
Yeah, first they want to charge me cover to come in, and then they were like, no, we're not going to pay you to perform. And I was like, what's happening? Long Beach is weird.
It really
I still
is. She
still
did
don't
not
have the
like
heart
it.
to tell her.
Harley's heard the convo, and he's going to step out of the bathroom. Have they healed their burns from last night?
How many? I had one egg. You had two?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could try to resolve at least one of those before we got here, before we left the...
Yeah. Let's
That is
try
3
that.
round checks apiece per egg.
Yeah. And you can only do 1 egg per day.
Okay, here we go.
Also, as a sub note, before you make the roll, if you want to keep the bonuses from the ritual, you have to keep 1 egg on yourself.
What was the bonus again? It was being able to ride the
Being
wave,
able
right?
to, being able to determine whether or not you went into a fear frenzy. when exposed to those particular things. Like if you experience fire, you don't want to run away, you can basically say, no, I'm not going to forget it.
I'm fine to lose that bonus. We can always burn more stuff later.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, Elena will keep it because she had 2 ag and she can only heal 1.
That's true.
That's 3 passes for me.
What? Elena?
Guess what, bitches? I'm good.
Oh,
Wow.
It's almost like
6
being low
successes.
humanity has benefits.
Right. Oh my god.
But there is still a bit of a burn, like on Elena's leg, a little bit. From
Yeah, I
the,
still got
fire.
one.
And I'm willing to accept that we probably like smell kind of smoky. Like I don't think we were smart enough to cover our tracks here.
Yeah,
Cash sure
no.
wasn't.
There's still probably the smell of smoke. There's probably a little ash still in my hair.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Harley just kind of stands there, just eyes darting between the two of you. Then his gaze drifts down to the burn on Elena's leg. Can you stop making the news for just one night? Please?
I don't know what you mean.
And I definitely can't make that promise. I make the news all the time.
Well, I haven't not seen the news, so I don't know what you mean.
The forest fire.
Oh, not
that's
about the
without
crime of
Lula.
charging us cover.
No, Lula is the one that took us to the place and said, ta-da!
Fine.
You can go ask her. She did it. She took us there.
It's fine. That's totally fine. Look,
She thought it would be, what was it? She said therapeutic. Because
Cathartic. Cathartic?
Maybe it was that. I don't remember. It's one of those words.
Cathartic.
Because I told her how much the jazz was kind of upsetting me, and we kind of got into the breakup thing, and with it all Charlie, and so she thought it would be. I thought she said therapeutic, but maybe it wasn't that.
that's when you
Maybe it was.
that's when you go get a fire pit and you toss all the old shit you want to get rid of into it and light that on fire instead of acres of fucking forest.
Well, that was not my idea. That was Lula's idea. She is the one that took us out there.
Oh,
Yeah,
didn't
I
expect
explained to
that
them
from
what
her.
I explained to them what a boyfriend bonfire was, and
Uh-huh.
I mean, maybe it was the Malkavian thing that was kind of leading that charge. I don't really know, but that's what she did. She took us there and she said, here you go. Boyfriend to bonfire. Have fun. And she participated.
Yeah.
And since she is the Baron, I assumed it was okay.
it was totally
Who are we
sanctioned.
to judge if the Baron wants to burn her own territory, I suppose?
All right. So, I'm going to keep this short and sweet.
Huh?
The three of us need to get our shit together. And I know that I have a lot of ground that I have to make up. But I'm going to try. And if the two of you can't, I can't be around you anymore. Period. So I'm going to leave that decision up to the two of you.
Let's de-escalate the situation a little bit.
No, we're not
Cassandra,
going
it kind
to.
of feels like we're actually not wanted anymore.
Is sort of feeling that way.
Yeah, a lot. Like a lot.
Have you looked
One-on-one
what's
talks.
happening?
One-on-one talks. Harley, why don't you talk with Elena first so that there's no bouncy backy forthy?
No.
Cassandra, I've been looking forward to spending positive time with you for quite some time. And I think you just deserve all the attention in the world. So why don't you come with me and we'll let them talk, okay?
Cassandra, she's trying to manipulate you again. Just keep that in mind. That's why she's using those words.
Right. Okay. Also, remember, cops split you up so they can get different stories out of you.
Right, but
I know
we
that for
shouldn't-
a fact.
Maybe we shouldn't split up then. Maybe we should just continue like we are doing right now.
I'm right here.
Well, no,
I
because like
know
we're not
you're
telling
right
them a
here.
story. What we said is truly what happened.
No, I mean so that so that they don't try to manipulate.
I promise I'm not trying to manipulate anyone. I just would like Harley, who's trying to be better, to be in the best frame of mind. And I don't think this situation is helping.
Honestly, Elena, you and Harley were like BFFs for a really long time, and I think you hearing him out one-on-one is sort of okay. You should hear
See?
what he has to say, and he should hear what you have to say. Right, Harley?
Yes. You
Okay.
you can have all the time that you want. But I'm going to say
Sure.
what I need to say.
Okay. But the fire was not my idea.
I don't give a shit about the fire now.
Well, then why were we in
Telling
trouble
you.
for it like a minute ago?
Because
I
you
didn't
made
say
the
it
fucking
was trouble.
news.
So? We did that like all the time in Vancouver, and this isn't even where we have to live.
We don't control this area.
No, but
Well-
Lula thought it was okay, so apparently it's not a big deal. We made the fucking news.
We were literally
If it
with the
was-
person who does control the news.
Exactly.
Well, she didn't do a very good job of it.
Maybe she was trying to make a point to somebody else.
Yeah, maybe we got used by her.
Oh.
Harley is going to turn and go into the bathroom.
Yeah, May is probably getting real comfortable under that bus.
So sorry.
We love you so much, May. You are
May is-
fantastic.
Never coming back on this show.
So you're in Cabo when Genevieve escapes Lula's oppression.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, we'll have May
yeah.
back as like an all-star Cabo cast.
I'll head off with Lady Superior Charlotte.
Lady Superior.
You're not
Uh,
even Mother Superior. You're Lady Superior.
It's not a
You're a
competition.
step below.
And is Elena going into the washroom?
Yes,
to have a chat with Harley?
I'm gonna go with Harley, but before I do, I'm just gonna look at Charlotte, and I'm just gonna say, no, trying to do the manipulation thing.
I would never.
It's not the dumb. Slightly.
Why'd you point to her when
influenceable.
you said dumb?
I said that she is not dumb.
Oh. Yeah, I know.
Slightly influenceable, but not dumb.
There's a lot of ways to be smart.
I do follow a lot of influencers.
It's all right, sweetheart. Go ahead and talk. I'll be back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go follow Harley.
Let's deal with the Harley.
I'm such
No,
a bad
the
person right
conversation
now, and I
first.
hate it.
I'm just like a Labrador retriever sitting here like,
And on that note, as we often say in the lead up to our episodes, yeah, let's deal with the Elena and Harley conversation first.
One more
Didn't
time.
go so well.
So Harley's just kind of sitting on the edge of the bathtub. He's not trying to like cover up the. He's probably put another hole in the wall before they got here. But he sits down, doesn't bother with the phone music camouflage. All right. I said I was going to let you talk. Go ahead.
Oh no, you wanted to talk to me first, so go right ahead and talk. I'm listening.
You realize this is the first conversation we've had since the pirates, and it's been a while, and I'm regardless of whatever the visions showed us, you're not the only one in danger of losing everything to their beast. I mean, I know that Cassandra puts a lot of effort into her makeup to not look like a walking corpse. And I don't have that luxury. But I cannot keep living like this. I can't keep opening myself up for the beast to take control. And I don't have the energy or the will to keep my soul safe and worry about yours at the same time. And Cassandra's, besides that, all three of us are in some very deep shit, and we need to get our shit together. Whatever road you're going down, I can't follow. And I need you to understand that. I still love you. But I can't do it anymore. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay. I hear you, and I understand. But I also never asked you to try to worry about my soul or anything of that nature at all. It was never your responsibility. You took that upon yourself to try to do. And I don't want you to fall any further. And I want you to do whatever you need to do to keep that from happening. But I have been in this situation for a very long time already now. And I think that I pretty much know where my lines are, for the most part. Do I get carried away sometimes? Yes. But I don't need you to save my soul. I don't need you to worry about my soul. It's mine. So, you worry about yours. I have no intentions on falling any further. But that doesn't mean that I have to suddenly find religion again, or priest up, or try to change who I am to conform to some sort of ideal that you have, or image that Charlie has for me. Do you know, Charlotte is probably, aside from, we'll get to Cassandra in a minute, but Charlotte's literally probably the only one that has just not really cared what I do. But that's pretty much Charlotte. She doesn't really care so much. She tries to say that she does, but she really doesn't care so much what we all do. So long as you agree with her. So long as you continue to call her ma'am and jump when she tells you to jump. You're her best friend. And that's how Charlotte is. That is her shtick. And that's fine. I understand that. Pretty sure she does too. And Cassandra's been the only one that, as of late, that has been supportive, who has understood where I'm coming from and how hard I did really try to conform to the point to where, I mean, to the point of almost being killed for all of you and for the priest.
I heard the two of you cackling like a bunch of fucking maniacs.
It was fun, Harley. For a moment, it was just fun. No different. We are what we are. There's nothing that is saying that we cannot have fun for a moment when we have had success. People in all manners of any sort of combative situation, when they have successfully defeated an enemy, they celebrate. They drink, they laugh. There are wars that have been fought where they behead the enemy and they attach them to horses or to other people and they ride them through the battlefields. It was in this show that you watched, remember? You told me about it. You showed me the things where they do those things and they celebrate, they drink, there are history stories where people would drink the blood of their enemies right after a war when they have successfully won. And sometimes before they even go into battle, they do it as a good omen for ensured victory. But all of a sudden, I do it after killing people that aren't even human. They were just like us, just one or two, maybe 3 steps lower, higher. However you look at it, I don't really know. Either way, they still try to come on our ship and do that to us. They try to murder us. They try to take what was ours. They would have held no mercy for us. They would have done the same thing. They would have... So we celebrated.
You enabled each other. This codependent slide into humanity needs to fucking stop.
Charlie ate an entire ship full of people. And an entire half of a body whole. But I'm the bad guy? I didn't go all bestial like a literal beast and destroy an entire ship and everything on it. Without asking questions. No, I took out the ones that were literally on our ship. That came to us to try to hurt us. But I'm the bad guy. I literally just threw people off the ship. Just threw them around. Threw them off. and tore off one head and gave Charlie the body, which was a whole much better death than what Charlie would have done had he actually successfully taken them from me. But I'm the bad guy. Because I was celebrating the fact that it was still a very successful victory on our part because we didn't die. Nor did the priest who was on board, nor did the other people that we have not yet. I don't know, are they still on the ship or not? They were waiting. Maybe they've gotten off by now, but at the time they were still there. What do you think the Thin Bloods would have done to them? Or our priest, for that matter. Or us.
Your line in the sand, so to speak, the boundaries that you think are going to keep you in line are going to get fuzzier, harder to see. Charlie at least can be reasoned with. He understands that giving in to those urges is a bad idea. I want my friend back. Not whatever you're becoming.
I was always your friend, Harley. You were the one that decided to choose Charlotte's well-being and what Charlotte wanted over what I asked you. Over anything that I said. It didn't matter anymore. The moment even before we left Vancouver, you decided that whatever I said didn't matter anymore. You made that decision, Harley. And as far as Charlie can be reasoned with, you're a hypocrite. So is Charlie. You're all just kidding yourself. You were literally one bad day from doing worse.
And
You see the shit that Charlie can do? What do you think is going to happen? You think he can be reasoned with? Do you think he can be reasoned with in that form? What do you think would have happened if any one of us had made it onto that boat with him on there like that?
Will you stop deflecting for just 5 fucking minutes, please?
Okay, it's deflecting when I'm making a point. Got it, no problem. Go ahead.
At the end of the day, if I had tossed Father Murphy overboard like you had wanted, Trevor would probably be dead by now because none of us are strong enough to bring him back. Just remember that. I'm done. And I go and I leave.
Who's deflecting now?
And at that point, it's a good time to take a bit of a break. So come back in about 5 minutes, everybody, and we'll see what happens with the other conversations.
Good things. For sure.
No, Charlotte's gonna try to turn Cassandra against me like she always does.
God, it'll be so easy too.
She's right there. Literally right there. So come on back here in 5, everybody.
It'll be easy until I say priest. No priest.
Welcome back, everyone. We are having conversations with the coterie that are going so well so far. Yeah, I'm lying. It's not. So we're going to switch over to, I guess, the kitchenette area where Cassandra and Charlotte are going to be having their conversation.
Real quick, Harley would have left the safe house and started going back to the boat after the conversation with Elena.
Yeah, but that would be probably at the tail end of this conversation because they're both happening at the same time.
Gotcha. Yep.
Take it away, ladies.
Hey, princess. Do you want a drink or something? That top. Oh my gosh. Look at you.
Yeah. Thank you. I
You
feel
look
like this
great.
doing whatever I want thing is really suiting me.
Yeah, and I like the break in colors. You got red, you got black, you got more going on. That's good.
It's
Look
two
at-
things.
Look at you. You've come look at both of us. We've come such a long way from being in Vancouver and just being in the background while everybody else made the big decisions. You're so independent now.
I try.
I'm really proud of you.
Aw, I'm proud of you that you've like grown out of this like business only, really serious thing. I don't love the new God thing, but you know what? If it's for you, then it's for you.
I'm trying to find my way in it, but let me know if it ever makes you feel uncomfortable. I want you to know that I'm never judging you. I'm very happy with where you are, and honestly, I just miss us. I miss Cassandra and Charlotte, and I miss when we used to hang out. And I'm about to take Harley shopping of all people. It's tough. It's tough out here. It's like 40 years in the desert.
That's gonna be hard.
I know, but if I just want what's best for you, and I want you to be happy. And if this is the direction that you want to go in, it's not my place to tell you what to do.
With the priest, it's not like it makes me uncomfortable per se. It just kind of like, with the making rooms that we can't go in, and also with the making the ship really boring. Like, you and I used to party, we would hang out, we almost joined the Sabbat together that one time by accident.
Yeah.
We don't do stuff like that now that there's a priest on board, because he made you, like, different.
I'm just trying to be more mindful of, eternity is a long time, and you have to consider, the damnation of our souls. And it's some things have come into focus for me, and it's just the way that I'm looking at things right now. And that could change, obviously. But as for right now, I'm on a bit of a self-improvement kick, but I don't want you to feel like you're never judged, even by him. I can make it so that he never judges you or looks in your direction again.
I mean, like, can you? Because someone told Elena, and Elena told me that Charlie tried to dominate the priest, and it, didn't work.
Oh, I could see how that would happen, especially with his...
Yeah, apparently he was supposed to, jump off of the boat, but, he totally didn't.
Well, thank goodness that didn't happen, because if that happened, then Trevor would be dead.
Well, I don't think that's true.
He was falling apart, and then he stopped falling apart because of the priest intervention.
Well, he slowed the falling apart, but I'm pretty sure it's Charlie being, in him that's keeping him alive.
That's true, but I think it's neither here nor there. It's not. I keep saying this, but it's really not a competition. I'm just glad he's okay. I'm glad you're doing well. Honestly, I'm not stupid. You're not stupid. I have a feeling of which way this is going.
I think it's going bad.
Yeah, and I want you to know that from my standpoint, there's no ill will towards me, from me. And I hope that you can feel the same. And I just worry that as independent as you are, don't want you getting carried away in a direction where you could be hurt. And I just worry for you in that aspect. Do you feel where I'm coming from there?
I get you, and like I appreciate it totes, but I feel like I have to like, spread my wings and get like wind under them or something like that. Like everything that happened in Vancouver, after everything, it just kind of got really stifling, and like you guys want to go this different direction, and I just don't think that's gonna work for me and Elena right now.
And I think that's fine. If you're ever in trouble, if there's a situation where you find yourself in over your head, which for all I know, that could never happen. But if that did happen, if stuff happens, just make sure you give me a call.
Totally.
And let us know where you are so that we can help.
Of course. Like, I don't want to, like, lock you guys out of this new life we have. And I think that, once Harley deals with, I don't know, being ugly or whatever his current problem is, and, Charlie and Elena get a little bit of distance. It is hard for him. Get a little bit of distance between them and a little bit of perspective on their, like, toxic little relationship that was gross. They'll be better too.
It's not really good that the core of our group was based around this toxic relationship between Charlie and Elena. And I
know, like it was really weird that Harley was shipping them together that whole time, even though you and I totally knew better.
Yeah, we knew better. We knew that there were better options out there for both of them, honestly.
I know. It was weird.
Mm-hmm. It was very weird, especially with his little fan fictions on his computers where he's typing away. What is it called? Fan fiction. That was it.
Yeah, he totally shipped them. I heard him call them Charlena once.
That's a horrible name. I would never do that.
So, like, do you think we're gonna have to, like, go different ways now? Like...
if I'm being honest, I don't think that Elena and Harley can coexist, and I don't think that Elena and Charlie can coexist.
No, and definitely not with the priest. Like, she's real firm on that. And I support her,
I understand. And there's no amount of guaranteeing that he'll stay out of your way and stick to me that can change your mind. And I understand that. I think that you should do what makes you happy.
I kind of just wish we'd gone about stuff differently. Like, have you ever had two mean little dogs that you've had to introduce in a room together? That's Elena and the priest. We needed to introduce them slowly so they could acclimatize to each other.
Oh, yeah, I have two interns like that.
So you get it.
I do, yeah. One more thing. I'm not telling you not to descend down the humanity ladder. I would never tell you not to do that. But I think you should know you're starting to have to pay cover charges. You weren't immediately invited on stage to do burlesque.
Oh my God, you think that's why?
I'm not saying, I wasn't there, so I can't guarantee anything might be the case. But because I care about you and I know what you care about more than anything else, something to consider, maybe a reason to perhaps climb back up that ladder to the best of your abilities.
It's true. And it's been a really long time since a stranger on the street gave me a present.
Right?
Not including gross Malkav rings. Like,
It is a nice ring, though.
It is a really nice ring. But no. He lied. He lied about who he is, and that's unforgivable. We don't lie in this group, as we've discussed.
We don't, even when we're discussing it outside the door.
You're being really mature about this, Charlotte. I appreciate that. I think someone here has to be along with me.
You and I are always the most mature in every situation. So I think it's up for us. It's up to us to be able to mend the cracks, even if it's down the line. If it's not now, if it's down the line, between you and me, I think we can get it done.
I think so too. And like, I'll keep an eye on Elena and I'll make sure that she's smart and safe and all that stuff. Like, I know we saw the scary vision of her going all rawr, but I can make sure that doesn't happen.
I believe in you, and I don't think that will be a problem.
No. But we have sort of kind of been leaving letters for Cerveza wherever we've been.
Mhm.
So we probably shouldn't stay in places for very long.
Are you expecting to run into Cerveza anytime soon?
I would probably guess so. Yeah. Yeah. We may have been sending him like, we'll see you soon and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Just throwing this out there, because I know you. We know each other. We've known each other for quite some time now. I know how you can be around attractive sire figures.
That is sort of my weakness.
Yeah, you're one weakness. You're so strong in every other direction.
One and only weakness,
you're
right?
You're smart, you're beautiful, you're talented, but handsome sires, who can resist, right?
Right.
I would be a little bit concerned, as your friend who cares about you, that you might bounce a little bit back and forth between Elena and Cerveza, and that might lead to you guys getting in over your head. Is there any way we can prevent that?
Well, I mean, that's a pretty heteronormative, monogamous way of looking at things. I like to think we can all share.
Right. You killed your sire, right?
Yeah.
Super dead.
Super dead.
You and Elena are kind of vibing right now. You're on the same wavelength. Do you not foresee a future where she might want to do the same thing?
Oh, totally.
And if you were in this non-monogamous friendship between the three of you, you never see a situation where you might end up in between that situation.
No, Cerveza's hot, but Elena's my friend.
Okay.
And sires aren't to be trusted.
Right. Even if they can have ways to pull strings.
Do you mean like the brain oogles that you do?
Yeah, I just wouldn't want you to be a human shield.
Yeah,
really
I wouldn't want that either.
Yeah.
But, I did the blood drinky thing with you, so now my mind's like a steel trap. Or a fortress. Or something made of steel.
Mm-hmm. The hardest thing.
Isn't that diamonds? My mind's a diamond fortress.
Diamond fortress. Well, it's kind of weird. It's hard in that it can scratch anything, but don't worry about it. It's
okay.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we had this talk. I feel better knowing that Elena is in your hands.
I feel good knowing the boys are in your hands too. You know how they can get.
They're stupid.
Totally. You're gonna have to keep them on track. Wait, what is the track you guys are going on? Like, Elena and I are gonna go do the Elena stuff. Where are you guys gonna do?
I suggested to Harley that we kind of just go where the wind blows us, be a bit free, not be particularly bound to anything in particular. I figured that would be fun. But nothing like you guys. You guys are like super free, like
super free, like the most
super free into the most free, more free than us, into tyrannical direction of the spot. But you guys are going to be free over it. Free right? We're going free libertarian.
You gonna be a librarian?
Yes.
Oh.
If I find myself amongst books, then that's where the wind blew me.
I get that. I'm gonna miss you. And the guys, honestly.
Yeah. They'll be fine, and you'll be fine, right?
Yeah, and we'll stay in touch. I mean, you totally follow me on all my Instagram accounts, right?
Yeah, but you know, call. You get a lot of DMs.
I do get a lot of DMs. But, like, I mean, I'm still going to be live tweeting and posting and geotagging myself wherever we go. So you'll be able to keep an eye on us.
Well, you shouldn't geotag because, you know, cerveza.
Oh, see, I've continued to do that. Was I not supposed to do that?
Not the best idea, but who am I to say what free right is?
Huh. Well, I'm sure if it was a big deal, Harley would have told me not to, and he didn't. So, you know.
Well, you'll have to be able to operate without Harley for a bit. You think you can handle that?
Yeah, I mean, I did really well without you guys for a long, long time before all this. I'm sure I can do that again.
I'm going to miss you.
I'm gonna miss you, and I'm gonna hug her.
Oh, let's not fight again.
Okay.
I got nothing.
This was the dumbest conversation I've ever had.
I was totally expecting Charlotte to be like, you know, I can fix that for you so that you don't have that problem. And I'm like,
right?
Oh, I knew it was coming.
I can't believe I
just
escaped this. I can't believe I escaped this.
She kind of referenced it, but just glossed right past it.
Yeah. I think that was Cassandra's cue to ask, but Cassandra's not real good at cues.
So it's at this point that Harley would have walked out of the bathroom area.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about the shopping trip, so Harley will not be skulking back to the boat.
Semi back to the boat.
Yeah.
A little bit closer to the boat than you were before.
Right.
Outside.
But Harley is going to just kind of post up in the corner farthest away from the door and just kind of sit there and brood.
That's fair. So, upon Harley leaving, what does Elena do?
Elena will also leave. Oddly enough, she'll probably look at her like lack thereof reflection first because, you know, it's something she might try occasionally to see, but yeah.
At that humanity level, it is fucked up.
I can probably see a bestial like thing jumping around. Yeah.
It looks actually. Let's do a little homebrew on this one. Your image, you're starting to see yourself in the image, but it's not you. You're seeing your beast in reflections.
She's just gonna look at it and she's gonna be like, need to let Cassandra do more makeup.
Of course you do.
More makeup. That is what I need.
Yes, you have to. I agree.
You don't talk. I talk. And then I'm walking out.
Man, it's really hard to do the Elena accent.
Really? But we all practice it all the time.
What are you talking about, Cassandra? You should not
you literally
anyone
just
else.
Suck in right here a little bit and roll the tongue a bit like that.
Yeah.
No, not doing that ever again. No.
So, anyway.
Yeah, I'll come out of the bathroom.
And you see the other two hugging.
Oh, I don't think that went well.
Are we supposed to switch conversational partners now? That's how speed dating works.
I don't see that happening with Harley not here. Elena, did you have anything that you wanted to say to me? Or?
Sure, I can talk to you for a moment. Why not? Let's have fun with this.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Do I have
And
to
then
go wait in
I'll-
the bathroom?
No, I don't know where Harley is. He probably walked outside to get away, so maybe he's still out there. If he's not still out there, then clearly I don't want you to wait outside. I mean, nobody should leave you outside. You're welcome to come back and join the conversation.
Okay, I'll go check.
Okay.
And I'll go see if Harley's lurking outside.
All right.
Yeah, I would say Harley's probably he's still he's across the street and just kind of trying to remain unobtrusive. He hasn't used obfuscate yet, but he's just kind of standing there, just looking at the safe house, waiting for whatever's going to happen to happen.
Oh, I'm so sorry that you're trying to be unobtrusive. Because Cassandra comes out and spots him and is like, Harley! Harley! You forgot to have your conversation with me! Harley!
He's just... Damn it. And he's going to go back across the street.
Before you get across the street, someone actually wanders up to Cassandra and they're like, hey, baby, I'll have a conversation. And as soon as you look at him, he's like, never mind. And he turns and walks in the other direction.
Oh,
Excuse me? Get back here and talk to me!
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. And they just keep walking.
That's never happened before. And Cassandra just slowly sinks down to sit on the front porch.
And Harley will sit next to her, and he would like put his arm around her shoulders.
She leans into him.
Yeah, that sucked. Sorry that happened.
I don't understand. I'm so pretty.
Have you, when you go and you take your selfies, do you have like filters preloaded or?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm not going to manually adjust like 180 selfies a day.
I take out my phone and I lean in, take a shot of the two of us. Then he holds the phone up to her. This is... Yeah.
Yeah. Also, there's a message that pops up and says, SI is coming. Warning, warning. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'd ignore it anyway. There's something much more important at hand. Do you have like a Nosferatu filter on us in that photo?
No, this is just straight from the camera.
Well, the camera adds 10 pounds.
This is why I've been concerned. And look, this, I mean, I don't know what the hell's going to happen when those two get done, but this is probably going to be the last time we see each other for a minute. So, look, I said some things to Elena, and she understands the gravity of what is going on, or at least I hope she does, underneath the protests and we didn't have a good talk.
I didn't think so.
No. But just remember that, you know, I still love the both of you, no matter what. But I can't... I need to worry about myself and what I've done to myself, and I want you to just remember one thing, that the wassail aside, the worse things get for you, the worse the actual picture is going to get. And what just happened is going to seem like a walk in the park. You're going to get worse. You're going to look worse. Before you know it, when you wake up from day sleep, half the night's going to be gone. And if you want to maintain the appearance, you're going to have to spend the other half trying to look normal. And you are going to have a harder and harder time interacting with mortals. And you are capable of doing what you need to do. And you know I'm not on the Jesus kick. But I need the opposite of what is going on inside me to help balance things out.
I get that. And like, you know, you guys don't like what Elena and I are doing and what we're gonna go and do, but I think we both kind of really need this. I don't think we're ready to be good people until we know how bad it can be.
The three of us don't have too much farther to go, and that's what has me worried. Just remember that. I told Elena, she said that she had lines that she wouldn't cross, but they're going to get fuzzier and harder to see. That's exactly what I told her. So
I'm going to keep an eye on her. I'll make sure she's okay.
Okay, but just remember that if things get too rough for the two of you, and I don't like using the term, but if you need bailed out, you just let us know and we'll do what we can to do what we can for you. All right?
I know. We're a family.
It's a little bit of a stretch right now, but I'll agree with the sentiment at least.
If you think this is a stretch, I guess you didn't really have a family.
I'd prefer not to go down that road, at least not right now.
That's fair, but family doesn't just mean sticking together through anything. It doesn't always mean standing by each other through everything. Sometimes it means recognizing when members need to explore other paths. It means accepting them when they're not exactly who you hope they're going to be at that moment.
Just stay safe, okay?
You too. I'll be honest with you. I don't trust that priest. And like, I'm not gonna do the party thing. I'm not gonna blah 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 and be all Cassandra about this. I'm serious. I don't trust him. It was all too convenient. It was all too simple, and it's all a little sketchy. And I think that if you weren't so concerned with what's going on with you, and the other two weren't so concerned with what's going on with Elena and I, someone else would be able to see it by now.
I've been spending a lot of time thinking since we picked him up, and a lot of time talking with him. I honestly think that he's the real deal. And
maybe.
And I told Charlotte, the Jesus God is just, it's just window dressing. I'm not buying into it, but I know what I know what I've seen, and I promise you I'm going to keep an eye out. I have Charlotte's well-being to also be concerned about as far as the priest.
And Charlie. I mean, he might not have gotten on the Jesus boat, metaphorically on the Jesus boat, because, I mean, he's physically on the Jesus. He might not be on with the whole Jesus thing right now.
I know.
But he's gotten real buddy-buddy with that priest. And, like, Charlie's not usually like, hey, I'm super trusting, let's hang out and you can watch me do fleshcraft on our buddy Trevor. Like, you know, he's usually like, something's going on here.
Charlie and I are two sides of the same coin. And between the two of us, well, to be perfectly honest, I don't know what the hell Charlie's gonna do. He took the priest back to the boat. Oh.
See? Physically on the Jesus boat.
Oh, shit.
Look, if you guys are willing to believe that Malkav or Malkav's child or whatever are all out there putting their fingers in all of the us pies, then why is it so hard to believe someone else is out there fucking with the priest's pie? I've lost track of my metaphor, but I think you get me.
I get ya. I get ya.
Also, priest pie sounds delicious. I think there was a musical about that.
That was Sweeney Todd. I'll send you the link. You'll like it.
Okay.
It's got Johnny Depp.
Oh, he's hot.
Yeah, you'll dig the goth aesthetic he rocks in that movie. You'll like it.
Totes. Be okay, Harley. That's an order. And maybe I don't have you under contract, but I think you should do what I say anyway.
You offer very sound advice. And
Well,
just call me if you need anything, okay?
you will.
Okay.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back in the safe house, another conversation is happening.
Hey there, sport. You want a drink? I like your shirt.
Lula, more or less lets me borrow it or have it or whatever. The other one got a bit dirty.
I'm glad she's so accommodating.
Yes, she was very accommodating for the most part. You already know more than anybody else does. Clearly, you're not going to let the priest go. I think that we're supposed to have a vote about it once we get back to the boat still.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I could just leave.
Nobody's going to let you do that. I don't want you to do that. We're going to see how the vote goes, because currently it seems like it is just you and the Harley that have an issue. Well, as far as the priest leaving. But I'm almost willing to vote in your favor. Because at this point, I don't really know that Cassandra and I will make it to Cabo with all of you on the boat.
Yeah, I get the sense that you're going a little free right.
And even if we were to vote the priest off of the boat, I think that the trip with all of us to Cabo might be a little stressful.
I can kind of see where things are going, the direction. I'm sure Charlie won't be super stoked about it, but I can't stop you. I never could. So I won't start trying now.
What if Charlie doesn't have to know it happened until it happened?
Well, that would just be mean. You should do whatever you want, but at least have the decency to tell him. He was at one point very important to you.
Honestly, he's still very important to me. The whole reason I'm doing all of this, you already know that. The whole reason I'm doing all of this is to make sure that what was supposedly seen by not Malkov doesn't happen.
Well, now we know it's not Malkov, so I don't know. Other things could be fudged. I personally am very confident in the fact that you will not be killing any of us because I trust you.
Right. Nonetheless, I think that it might be best if we go our separate ways now, so that what needs to happen, needs to be accomplished, can be. And I'm going to leave it to Cassandra to choose whether or not she actually wants to be part of it or not. She knows as much as you know. The attempt, like what I'm trying to do, trying to make sure Cervantes is no longer an issue without, killing everyone.
And while that's conversation is occurring back on the boat,
So
Charlie up to you.
yeah. So Charlie got back to the boat with Father Murphy.
Yeah.
And he had a plan, but like he sort of stopped, and then instead of going to where he was going to go, I'm gonna go to where all of the people that we still have on the boat are.
Probably a good idea.
Where is that?
That would be in somewhere in the lower decks.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna go down there and like find them and just sort of open up whatever door like they're in or whatnot. I don't know if they're all in the same place or what.
They would be pretty much all like there'd be several rooms that they would be in, but they'd be all in that area.
Okay. I'll just open the door and go, "Hi, everybody."
Hi. Are we like? Can we leave? Are we allowed to leave? Because
Yes, this is your stop. Actually, we're in Long Beach, California.
that's a bit far from.
You didn't want to go out in Seattle.
Really? Seattle
Really?
was. I've heard Seattle's kind of nice. A little bit on
It was
the
on
cold
fire.
side. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
probably
this place is not on. Well, I say this place is not on
Yeah.
fire, but it's not on fire more than it usually is on fire for California wildfires. It's a normal amount of fire.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
think.
So this is your stop.
Do you have any like money that you could help us out with a little bit?
I do, yeah. And I walk to the room that has the bathtub full of money. And I pull a handful. I'm not draining the bathtub, but I pull like handfuls out to give people like enough money for like, I don't know, like transportation or like a hotel and to like figure shit out and whatnot. And just,
Oh yeah.
we're just handing it.
Thank you.
Again, it's not enough
like-
to empty the tub, but it's gonna
stuffing pockets and like, oh yeah, I'll make sure that a bunch of people get a lot of this. Yeah.
I mean, I'm literally like handing it out to them as they leave. Just go. Thank you for traveling, and
So, you sure you don't need us anymore?
well, as I told our friend Father Murphy here, though it applies a little less to you, but not a whole lot.
Hi.
The longer you are with us, the more inevitable danger that you are going to be in. You remember when the boat just kind of like rocked, like maybe like a week ago, like because it felt like something started to hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were pirates that actually boarded the boat, and now you know. We kind of attract trouble. So
Like old timey pirates? Like,
new timey pirates.
okay.
Point is, it would have ended badly, and then it only gets worse from there.
Right.
So-
right.
Long Beach is going to be better for you.
Okay. I guess we should all go then.
Yes.
And then they all kind of start shuffling upstairs.
Yep. Bye. I'll just see them off the boat.
And you hear a blood curdling scream as soon as the one person goes to set their foot off of the boat. And then they fall over.
Everybody stop. What is this?
Oh, maybe that. Okay, maybe something. You remember that guy that had the boat originally,
Yes.
right? I can't remember his name.
I do.
Told everybody to not remember his name.
That makes sense.
He also said if we leave the boat, we're going to be in a lot of pain. I don't know what that
Did
means.
he say how much pain? Or for how long?
I don't know what a lot means, but probably more than average.
Probably. Well, do you remember his exact words?
If you leave the boat, you're gonna be in a lot of pain. Or thereabouts. Something along those lines.
That makes sense. Well, let's see. You have a choice of walk off the boat, feel a bit of pain, maybe pass out like he did, and then wake up in a different situation, or stay on the boat and 50-50 shot that you die.
You know, make a roll. Talk amongst yourselves. Need one of my numbered ones, not one of my fancy vampire dice. Yeah, they're gonna stay. That was a 1.
Okay.
Like one person is like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna, and then they walk off, and then they're like, ah! Yeah, we're gonna stay because that looks really painful.
Okay, Father Murphy, could you get them back on the boat and maybe see if they're alive?
Yeah, I suppose. And he goes to check on them. Charlie?
Yep.
They're dead.
That is more than a lot of pain.
Yeah, probably. I would say that's, what did they say? Higher than average? Yeah, that's way higher than average.
I'm going to look to the person that told me the things that you're sure you didn't leave any part of that out.
That's what they were telling us.
Well, somebody lied to you. And,
Huh. Yeah, it's good to, I'd rather not die if it's all the same to everybody else.
it's 50-50, but apparently that's 100. So, you know.
I would take the 50-50 odds over the 100.
That's understandable.
Yeah. We'll just go back. Do you need us to do anything on the boat? Maybe if we're supposed to stay here, then we could. Do you have any a bunch of food? Because we've had a bunch of rations and stuff down there for a little while. And there's only so many times you can eat rehydrated beef stroganoff. Let's be honest.
True. That is true. I can get the others to. I can get the others to bring food back at some point. Alternately, we can talk other options, such as seeing if we can override what's going on in your head at the moment, or possibly putting you in a situation maybe where you don't have to eat so much.
I mean, I'm assuming we have to eat the regular 3 per day.
It's optional.
Whatever
it's optional depending on the situation.
I've honestly read a BuzzFeed article recently saying that whole food pyramid thing was bullshit. So
we can talk about it when they're back. Christ. For now, we've got a lot of rooms. Pick one that doesn't have things in it already.
Well, we're all in kind of similar. I mean, if you want us to take bigger rooms, that could work, I suppose.
We have a lot of rooms. Pick ones that don't have things in them already.
Okay, cool.
You don't all have to be in the lower deck confined together.
We all get our own rooms, everybody.
I mean, I don't know how many rooms there are. You might have to actually bunk up, but yes, not all one room.
All right.
I'll just watch them walk off.
Yeah, they all wander down. Father Murphy's left there with you. Like,
do you see the level of danger that exists around us, Father Murphy?
I'm just new to this whole vampire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't we, I don't know, do something with this?
With what?
The bodies.
Yes, we should. We're going to. Right now, I'm a bit more focused on how to handle this situation. There's more difficulties, more roadblocks, more everything.
Seems your life is a series of roadblocks.
Hence, my initial suggestion to you.
I can help with roadblocks.
Until you wind up in a situation where you have to deal with something like that.
I mean, I haven't tried laying hands on them or anything.
You are more than welcome to. And maybe if you can get them in a position where they can leave, then that will be beneficial. If they start screaming in pain, I'd probably stop.
It's not exactly an exact science. It's not really even science at all, as far as I understand.
Yeah. Go see what you can do, I guess.
See what I can do. And he goes.
And as he walks off, I'm going to pick up the two bodies and just drag them behind me into the boat all the way to Trevor's room. Just sort of kick open the door. Hey, buddy.
Friend Charlie.
Hi, I brought you some things.
Food.
Food, or since we're trying to see how we can keep you in one piece, maybe some add-ons. Your call.
Things can be both.
Things can be both, can't they? Trevor, I'm a bit hungry right now, and these two are a bit more dead than my taste. Would you terribly mind helping me out here, or do I need to just go figure it out and come back?
And there's that, it's the usual pile of Trevor that's there, which is a weird way of putting that particular sentence, I suppose. And you were kind of focused on talking with Trevor, so I'm going to get a wits and awareness from you.
That is 5 successes somehow.
With your 5 successes, you notice this the split second before it happens, because your analytical Malkavian brain kind of latches onto the fact that there's a little bit less of Trevor there, but there's no actual, like, ash.
Uh-huh.
As if some of him had died.
Uh-huh.
And then behind you, sitting in one of the chairs that's nearby, you can hear, "You can drink from me."
I just turn around, still holding these bodies.
And it is a singular Trevor separated from the others.
Well, I see that works.
You can drink from me.
Very well. And I look back to the rest of Trevor, and then we can get to work. And I will drink however much this Trevor allows me to. And
how much do you want?
well, I'm at hunger 3. So
this Trevor is at hunger 1 at the moment.
So if taking it to hunger 3, because I'm about to start giving them bodies, would not incapacitate it beyond repair, then I will take 2. Then I will take 2 to go back down to hunger 1, and then I will start my work on both of them. And we can fade on that.
And we can go back to the Elena and Charlotte conversation.
So, either way, the plan essentially is to ensure that none of you die by me or by Cervantes. And I kind of needed at least, you know, and you understand, and that's I could count on, but Charlie and Harley needed to be indifferent to me for it to actually go the way that it needs to. Otherwise, you and I both know that they would not have allowed that.
I've been talking to them and trying to gently coax them into understanding that they don't have control over you, and any decisions you make will be your own, and the consequences thereof will be for you to deal with. And they'll only make themselves crazy trying to worry about every little scenario that you could drive yourself down. But if you are going to go down this path, I just want you to know that I need you, friend to friend, Charlotte to Elena, to start taking responsibility for those free choices. There is no passing the buck. There is no, well, such and such did this. It will be just you. And if you can't take responsibility for what you do, then Cassandra will also be at risk. So can you agree to that much?
I will. Everything from here out will be completely my decision.
Good.
And I will do my best. No, not even do my best. I'm going to make sure that nothing happens to Cassandra.
That's all I can ask.
But yes, when this is over, well, when I leave, and if Cassandra chooses to leave with me, when I leave, it's going to be bad for, I would say, both Charlie and Harley, but I'm not so sure about Harley now. I think I might have done a really good job there at making him not so happy with me. So maybe it won't be such a big deal for him, but it will still be a big deal for Charlie.
I wouldn't discount your relationship with him so easily. I mean, how long have you guys known each other?
A long time.
If all that can be undone in just a matter of weeks, then was any of it really worth it?
That is what worries me a bit about that. Either way, it doesn't matter. I don't want them to know until they have to know. Until after Cabo. So whether you guys are going to Cabo or not, that's where we're going. So if you go to Cabo, fine. It might be better if you don't. But it's fine. They can't know anything until after you leave.
Now, do you think Cassandra was capable of keeping a secret in a one-on-one conversation with Harley right now as we speak?
I really, really hope so, because she's done really well so far on that. If you don't ask her directly things, then she's really good about it. But it's when you really ask her directly, she doesn't do so well. She gets fumbled a bit, and it happens. Anyway, I'm hoping that he's just going to get on the, oh, your humanity, oh, you're getting blah, 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 blah. And then she'll be focused on that and not on what we're going to be doing. The fact that we are going to be trying to save or kill Cervantes.
So let's just assume that we're keeping the secret from Charlie. Got it.
I feel like if we were keeping it from if Harley knew, he would not be on board with it and would probably say something to me about it. Either way, I need you to either stay away from Cabo, or if you're going to Cabo, don't linger. And don't tell Charlie, at least, what is happening until after you get far away from Cabo. Not a day, not too far away from Cabo. Then you can tell him. And if this goes very poorly for me, I need you to tell him that I loved him still.
Oh, I hate that.
Don't do the odd thing. It's hard enough as it is. It's really not. It's really hard as it is for me to do this and to be going to these extreme levels. But I have to do that in order to make sure that they don't continue to try to save me and get themselves killed in the process. So, I need you to do that for me. Will you please do that for me? If it goes badly, I don't want them to think that I didn't. In the end.
If you die, I'll be your black box.
Thank you. I really don't want them to think that I didn't.
I don't have any advice for this situation. I haven't loved a thing in my life.
I know. Just the fact that you are going to do that for me is all I need from you. And tell Harley that he's still my best friend. Even though I was kind of a bitch. Now I'm going to try to make sure that my other best friend is not telling everything we're vomiting out to him. So.
I can make him forget.
You might have to do that. Would you do that if that happens? Please do that.
I was kidding, but yeah, sure.
Seriously, Charlie cannot know. Neither Harley can know what's going on because they're going to try to stop it, and that's when things go bad.
Easy enough. I'm sure everybody will be preoccupied with their own things.
Thank you. Now I'm going to go do the thing now. You should probably... Charlotte, this is going to be the last time. This might be the last time that I see you entirely, depending on how this goes.
Oh no, fate, prophecy, all that. I'm sure we'll see each other again.
I do like you.
I like you too, Elena.
You're unconventional, but you're still my friend, my family. Despite everything.
Don't die. It will be exceptionally cringe.
I will try very hard not to die. And thank you.
The cringy thing will be me having to say, Elena says that she loved you even though she's dead.
Oh, really? You're going to... I was trying to be a moment here and... This is perfectly you. And I appreciate you. And I love you too. And I would hug you, but I think that would just not be... No.
That's not us.
No, it's really not.
Go get your friend.
All right, and if she decides to come with, we're going to just go. We'll find our way to Cabo. And she's going to turn and go quickly out of the fucking door. As she's opening the door, Cassandra, and
Cassandra's still sitting on the stoop.
Harley's messing with her phone, turning the geolocation off.
But then how will people know where I am to send me fan mail?
Cervantes will also know where you're at if he's got...
Well, he can send me fan mail.
Okay, we don't need Cervantes knowing anything. Everything is fine. We're all fine. Cassandra, I need to talk to you for a moment. And Harley... Charlotte needs to talk to you. Harley, just one...
Yeah.
Nothing. Never mind.
Goodbye. And Harley's going to go back into the safe house.
And I'm just going to look at Cassandra and say, we're not going back to the boat. Well, I'm not going back to the boat. This is your decision. So. You can come with me if you want, or you can stay here. I understand completely if you want to stay here. What I'm about to do is going to be very, very dangerous. And not the smartest idea, but it's the only one I got, so... If you want to stay, I understand. I appreciate everything that you've done, and I love you very much. But I am going to be leaving now.
Elena, if you don't think I'm going with you, then I think you might be the dumb one out of the two of us.
And I'm just going to grab her and hug her.
I'm going to hug her back.
I was hoping you would say that. And now we have to find a way to Cabo.
I don't think an Uber will take us that far.
No, I think a jet might be in order.
Really?
Yes, really. I think you can help acquire that. You still have your thing, don't you? You can still do that.
Yeah, low humanity can't take that from me.
Nope, not at all. And we can find a jet and we can go to Cabo.
Then we'll go to Cabo. You and me.
Okay with not saying goodbye?
I mean, no, but I think we both know that if we go and see Charlie right now to say goodbye, we're probably not going to leave on good terms. Or we're not going to leave, and I think that'll be worse.
Honestly, I think it is probably best that I don't go back, because I'm going to have to make it to really bad terms in order to leave. And I don't want it to be any harder than it already is going to be.
I get that. Well, all right. We'll get it done, one way or the other. And then maybe it'll be a new path. One that brings us all back together.
I'm sure it will be. And, yeah, so to the airport?
That we can take an Uber to.
Then we take an Uber and we go to the airport and we go to Cabo and wait for the inevitable.
I'm gonna loop my arm through hers.
Should we leave another note?
If we're going to Cabo, I don't think we need another note.
Fair point. Here we go.
Here we go.
And we're going to the airport to acquire a jet.
A jet, which I'm sure they just keep there. I'm sure you don't have to book those.
We'll find the owner to a jet and you can him and he can take us to fucking Cabo.
Yeah.
We'll make it. It's fine.
So you order the Uber and a yellow cab pulls up.
Ew.
You said the Uber.
Yeah, and they're always Teslas.
What the hell?
Hello?
Hey, where can I take you?
You're not an Uber.
You're right.
Where's the Uber?
Says my
Probably
Uber's here.
not here.
Whatever. The longer we wait here, the more chance there is that those two are going to come out and lecture us. Can
That's
you take us
true.
to the airport?
I can certainly do that.
All right, let's go. And you didn't tell Harley about this, did you? Our little secret plan.
No, he just wanted to talk about like selfies and filters and stuff.
Oh, good. I was hoping that was going to be the case. He's predictable like that.
I think they call the people like that sweet but simple.
Very fair. And we get in the car.
And he starts driving.
If there's a private airport or private area where the private jets and such are, that's where we want to go. Private jets.
Yeah. Take us to where they keep private jets.
So you're saying you don't want to go and see Cervantes? And that's where we're going to fade out on that conversation.
Oh, well, that's much more convenient.
So much more convenient and holy shit.
Also, kind of no. I was promised a jet.
He has one, remember?
Oh, yeah, okay.
I bet he's on the jet.
He might actually already be here because you guys aren't exactly subtle.
What? Geotags.
What?
And there's another
boat
secret,
has
super
one.
secret way that he can find us too that will sure come out next.
Yeah.
Yay!
Anyway, back up to the safe house. And I believe Charlie would be coming along at this particular point in time as well.
Yeah, at this point, it's probably been like some hours at this. By now, I've done things with Trevor, so I'm just heading back. Taking a look around, don't see like or hear shit going down, so just sort of walk in. Hands are still like mildly like tinted in Trevor blood.
Harley's going around the safe house and taking everything that's not bolted down.
He was very nice to us.
I don't think that they're gonna be missing. And he grabs one of the biggest chef's knife that he can out of the kitchen. If they're not going to be needing this,
I still do kind of plan on, learning things. So maybe don't make the person that's going to be teaching me stuff upset because you stole everything.
I'll leave a check.
he puts the knife back. All right.
At least for the holes in the walls.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
It went.
Yeah.
How's Trevor?
Improving. Above and beyond.
That's great.
Left Father Murphy back on the boat. He is gonna see if the power of God can deprogram all the people that were on the boat from not being able to leave the boat. We can thank Cervantes for that.
That's what I would do too.
Keep the livestock in one place. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're gonna see if maybe we can get them through that, so we can get them off before we take off to wherever it is we're going next.
Harley looks over to Charlotte. Where are we going next?
I mean, the next places that are like immediately available are like San Diego, Tijuana, or there's Cabo before we start getting down into Mexico.
Why have we been so sold on Cabo anyway?
It's Cassandra's idea.
I mean, Mexico sounds fine.
I mean, the first stop in Mexico is Tijuana.
It's as good a place as any, I guess.
Okay. When are we going?
Now.
Whenever you get rid of the dead weight on the boat.
I don't know how long that will take. So Yeah.
We'll work on it, and then we can leave them in Mexico.
Yeah, maybe. If we can't get them off now, then yeah. Okay. Are we going now, or?
Is anything keeping you?
Not particularly. I think we got everything done that we need to get done here. The whole point is to not like stay in one place for too terribly long.
All right. Harley grabs his bug out bag and slings it over his shoulder.
I guess text them, let them know, meet us back at the boat, and we're heading off by the time they get there. Or...
I think they left.
What do you mean they left?
Things didn't go well.
No.
But I did get a promise from Cassandra that we'll end up back together.
Yeah, no, because they're coming back to the boat, and we're gonna go to the next place. That was what
I think they're gone already, Charlie.
No. They're gonna come. They're gonna come back, and we're gonna go to San Diego or Tijuana or Cabo, or we don't have.
Remember what we talked about.
We don't have to go to any of those places. We could go further down, and we don't have to touch Mexico. There's El Salvador. There's like 50 other places on the map. Just text them, and we can get.
Charlie, right now.
No, fuck you, Charlotte. Text them and let them know we're leaving, and we're gonna do the rest.
We is the three of us, Charlie.
I'm going back to the boat. Text them, let them know we're leaving. Let them. Charlie's neck just starts like swelling and then shrinking back down. Let them know. I'm gonna go back. And he just starts walking out the door and back to the boat.
They owe me big time for having to deal with the worst part.
And Charlie is going to walk all the way back to the boat. He is going to stand at the railing on the boat all the way through when Charlotte and Harley come back through. Pretty much until sunlight starts to burn his knuckles.
Harley would be keeping a close eye on him, and he'd open the door for Charlie so he could get below deck as quickly as possible. Toss his hoodie over him if he needed to help shield him from the sun.
Starting to get to be about that time.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to walk over to the map and just broad circle the next three spaces: San Diego, Tijuana, Cabo. It's all along that same like Baja California strip. Just circle it as the next spot. Just walk past Harley downstairs and going to go to my room. Going to pull out the ring that Icanis gave me. Let's go. Fine. And and I'm going to voluntarily put myself into torpor for the next week.
That's fair. And that seems like a fairly good spot to end this particular season finale.
Firm disagree. That seems like a horrible spot to end this finale.
What did you think was going to happen?
My heart is broken.
Go back.
Break up with the poor guy, abandon him with a bunch of...
Let's get this straight.
Weirdos
Elena
on
didn't
a
break
boat.
up with Charlie. Charlie broke up with Elena.
What did I say about deflecting?
Unless we tell Cervantes that story. When we tell Cervantes the story, you did the
Elena
dumb.
broke up with Charlie, yes. But
Oh, yeah.
Charlie totally broke up with Elena. did
let's
it.
send that up to Toronto to double check.
He totally did. He said, I can't help you, and walked the fuck away.
And, you know,
He
after
took off his vest and everything.
Yes.
after he made out with my stepdaughter
There's that.
I just kissed her.
twice.
A lot.
Covered in blood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
there
we
was
set some
blood involved.
fires.
I was still hungry.
Is it? Seems like there's a lot of splitting hairs going on right now.
Hey, great.
Oh my god, you broke my heart. Like that's
Right?
That's totally just I'm fucked right now. I just can't.
Sam and I are messaging back and forth like, let's go back. I hate it.
Can we take these backsies, please?
We gotta retake this whole finale. Start from the minute one.
You can't go
Jesus
back.
bed.
Christ.
You're in a cab in LA being driven by somebody who may or may not know who Cervantes is.
That's
Definitely not Kane.
I hope he knows who, because otherwise this guy had a really good guess what we wanted.
right?
So-
Anyway, Jesus Christ. Zach.
Zach.
Deflecting. We talked about this.
I still love
So-
you though.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. For any bits or any subscriptions you've sent our way, we are going to raid over to Delve into Darkness after this, and then we're going to raid from there over into Rolling D20s. You have just watched Patrick's down there, on the office hours. So yeah, it's going to be the rest of the day of Vampire Takeover. So we're going to do some quick outros and then pop you on over there. Let's start with Brennan.
Hi, I'm Brennan. I was Charlotte, the moral core of the entire team. Without me, this ship would sink. Those are my links. See you next season where I continue to be the floaties.
I guess, yeah, that analogy kind of sticks through the whole thing. You're the floaties for the coterie, and you're apparently keeping the boat afloat with morality or something.
Yep.
I don't know. Physics in the world of darkness is weird. Zach?
I am Zach Rivato. I was the drama of this episode. That's my Twitter handle, and then my links are over that way. You can find me on ATL by night, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/ATL by night. We're going to be about halfway through our season next week, and then things are going to get very, very, very interesting, but there'll be more about that on their Twitter, my Twitter, other people's Twitters. Apart from that, you can find me pretty much wherever tabletop games are played. I'm going to be guesting on Sin City by night sometime in April. I'm going to be guesting in a variety of other streams that I'm sure will be announced at some point. I think I'm going to pop back into what streams may come on Chaotic Tiefling, doing more Shakespeare, but they haven't announced that yet, so we'll see. Follow me on Twitter for everything, and love you guys.
And Sam.
I don't believe you anymore.
The
No, for
shade.
realsies, I love you so much. So Samantha McLarty, I was Elena Cortez, and I'm really, really hoping that this plan of mine works.
Me too.
Because right now I'm second guessing my life decisions or unlife decisions right now. Ouch. Other than that, yeah, you can find me all over the place. And if I'm gonna be doing a game with Blood That Lex is running, London's Bleeding for Lillian Crawford on Martlet Games. I'm gonna be playing another vampire game at the end of April. It hasn't been announced yet. It's a one-shot. That'll be fun. And then I'm gonna be guesting at a few other things in April as well that have not been announced yet. There's lots of stuff, and pretty much if you ask me to play a game, I'm gonna say yes. So there's no telling where I'm gonna be. Check the link tree that should be in the chat. Follow me on the socials, and you'll see all of that, all of what I'm gonna be doing then. And I'm bad at outros, so please somebody else do this. I'm like fucked for the night, man. This is hard. God damn it, Zach.
Yes, this is all your fault.
It is. I love you, but it's your fault right now.
How dare you react sadly?
Yeah.
Patrick?
Hi, Patrick Gill, creative director at Martlet Games. I was playing Harley tonight. If we're going to stick with the nautical aquatic theme, the albatross of the group. And other than that, office hours. We kicked off the Saturday shindigs. We've got... let's see here. Dancing with the Duke, which is going to be a V5 Regency era one-shot that our newly minted creative partner Rose is going to be running. We have Indie Anarchs, the reboot, popping off April 3rd. London's Bleeding, of course. You can catch that on our Patreon right now while we're still recording the rest of the season. Socials, etc. and so forth. I'm also toast tonight. So, yes, love everybody.
Lex.
Hi, I'm Lex. I was Cassandra. I don't have a fun metaphor. I don't know. I guess I was like the anchor or the weights on this group at this point. Definitely the cause of some trouble here. Also, definitely never shipped Charlie and Elena. If you remember that, you're remembering it wrong.
Yeah.
Please do not review the footage.
Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Let's send that footage to Toronto. See,
No,
get a replay.
No. Just take my word for it. You can find me around. I do things and stuff. I will be running my Sabbat game, a bit of Ultraviolence, which will be premiering sometime in the late spring-ish, something. I don't know. Calendars are hard. You can follow me on the socials. You can find me on OnlyFans. You can find me on all kinds of places. And that's it for me. I also love everyone here, despite how intent I seem to be on ruining their relationships.
Or trying to take people who are godly away from God, but that's
also a relationship I'm trying to ruin.
And I am Storyteller Steve, and if you notice, there's a cat here, but that's beside the point entirely. If you notice, nobody blamed me for this, and that's great.
Oh, shit.
Damn it. It's all your fault, Steve. You did this.
So you'll see me in just a few minutes over on Vancouver by Night. We're going to raid over there. So we've got a bunch of stuff. There's the Changeling game. There's a couple D&D games. Check the schedule over in Vancouver by Night for all that stuff. And we will be over there in just a few minutes. So I will say thanks, and I love all you guys, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.